I just saw that Adam Cole says he's having 2 surgeries on his ankle.
Yikes.
Wow.
Two
He's out of
surgeries on
here.
his ankle.
Wow.
So it's gonna be out
Insane.
for a minute. He's gonna be out
Oh.
for a minute. Phil, Chad and I were live. We were at the Grand Slam joint, and we saw him like he just comes down and runs, and then he just drops, stumbles, and then as soon as he popped back up, I was like, nah, he's hurt for real. Because like camera ain't looking at him. We've gone to a commercial break. He's still limping. This doesn't look good. But like, he did a lot more than what I thought he should have been doing if he's getting 2 surgeries on that ankle.
Yeah,
like,
you would have thought son did a swanton bomb off the fucking
He just
5
tripped.
foot. He
Yeah.
just tripped.
He
He
It
just
was
tripped.
crazy.
just landed on his ankle incorrectly. It's insane. And
The
this is the
storyline is going to end up, and it's going to be as long as the Edge and Christian storyline, and I'm kind of here for it because it inadvertently just bought itself some time.
and you know that's the dope thing about Adam Cole is that even though he's injured, he's a good talker, so he can still carry on until he's healed up. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
He-
Phil, were you pro or con MJF still holding those tag titles in a 2-on-1 match this past weekend? Because Adam Cole is out of here, so him beating the Righteous 2-on-1.
And you were the nigga that said, "Yo, a man who has no Wikipedia page should pin the world heavyweight champion."
Listen, I don't give a shit. I don't think 2 people should beat. I don't think 2 people should be
What's your
losing
take?
to 1 person.
What's your take, Phil?
Man, you put yourself in a corner because you went with the handicap match, and it's your world champion, so you can't have him lose in that way to the Righteous without like shenanigans or something. But either
Bingo.
way, you're pinning your world champion, and on a
Yeah,
card
nigga
where
with
he
no
does.
Wikipedia page is crazy.
Yeah, you're pinning him on a show with no world title match, and that's his only match of the night, and he would have lost. It would have been hard to justify that, but that's why I'm like, why book the match at all? I think you should have just had them vacate the belts or something else. But I think you're creating an issue for yourself the longer he has those belts, and this is the same issue I had with the Roman stuff. Like, when you have a double champion, eventually they have to lose. And if you're not ready for the champion to lose as his main belt, you can't let him eat a pin before that. So you got to do something. And so
now Adam Cole's not even around to take the pinfall, which is like, you're right. This does
See-
make
see,
it very interesting.
Look, my thing, it would have been so perfect in my opinion if they're going into this Jay White program. That's the perfect time for, you can't have him lose clean, but you have Jay White run in, you have the rest of the Bullet Club Gold. So now you have a situation where it's not just 2-on-1, you have another 4 people that are out here distracting the ref, all kinds of shit going on. And then all you got to do is hit him with something.
maybe
So what?
Austin Gunn
you-
being the one. to
No,
pin
not Austin
MJF.
Gunn. I'm talking about this past week. It should have been the Righteous winning
So-
due to
so-
Bullet Club
Oh,
Gold
you're not. You
interference.
can't
So
die
you-
on this hill, yo.
so
You're my
you-
man. I'm not gonna let you die on this hill about
So
fucking
you
Righteous.
you
Come
want
on.
that visual of Vincent pinning MJF and hopping
Absolutely.
up and hitting the snaps
Nah,
on
you want
him?
it
Nah,
done. You
man.
want it done.
That
One
sounds
hand-
crazy.
one-
That
One
would look
hand with
kinda
the
wild,
belt,
man.
another hand just hitting the snaps, kid.
That would
He
sound
wanted Dutch to get the pinfall. So
that would have
shock
looked
the rest of
crazy,
you.
bro.
I couldn't see that at all.
Yeah, I'm very worried about what they're gonna do with those belts next because, man, I feel like you gotta get those belts off him as soon as possible, man. Because the longer you keep him on him, he's
But it
gotta
does add
lose at some
intrigue,
point,
though.
man. So how will you feel in a month? Because Full Gear is in a month. How will you feel in a month if we get another handicap match, and this time he pins the Guns?
I think if he pinned the Guns and then pinned Jay White too, I'd be like, yo, MJF's still the fucking man. Like, yo, this guy
That sounds
killed the
awful.
whole Bullet Club.
That
Gold by
sounds
himself.
awful, bro.
He
I
just killed
think-
him by himself. Like, yo, he don't even need a tag partner. He's MJF, super babyface.
It is interesting because you haven't seen anything like this before that I can recollect.
Right. We don't see this shit. Like, this don't happen often. If Adam Cole or any of them have like a certain way, if things start to go funny with the Kingdom, I see him just being like, you know what, fuck this. Give up the title belts. I don't even care. You're over here dealing with your friends. Like, you're not my friend. I've got other shit to worry about. Like, getting my ass kicked by the whole Bullet Club Gold every week, and you're not even here.
I'm worried, man. I'm worried about them now. Because I feel like now they're kind of booked themselves into a corner.
Yeah,
Yo,
because
Phil,
they weren't
it's the most
expecting Adam
fair.
Cole to get injured. So
Yeah.
Say he has a number of tag matches. You're doing your tag team division across both brands, no justice and no service. Because you have this guy, MJF is a guy who has created nothing but enemies his entire time since he's been on television. So it's not like anybody's going to step in, and he's still a face. So it's not like even if he was a heel, it would make sense for his character to just have here's a stack of money, be my partner for a week, and pay like some of the killers that are over in AEW. But he's not doing that right now. He's trying to be the good guy. No. He's trying to, what are you going to do with the righteous now? Not only did he beat them clean by himself, well, not clean. He had his, feet on the ropes? Who fucking cares? Yeah. He shoved one of their heads up the other one's ass in the opening match on the joint. And then
you wanted these guys to pin him.
And then pinned him. Yeah, I did. Because I don't want to see, this is a horrible situation to have to have.
Men shove their heads up each other's asses.
Yeah, I don't want to see that shit, man.
This ain't the Rock era.
Listen, he did what he said he was going to do. That's all
he did. He did do what he said he was going to do, but that's the other part.
That's worse.
That's the other part here. Like you said, he's a babyface, and it's one thing if he's humiliating these guys and he's cheating and doing this as a heel. He's a good guy, and you're supposed to like him, and he is making these other tag teams look like idiots. I don't think that there's a lot of mileage in that, man. I think you cannot keep that going for months, man.
Yeah. Listen, I just looked up an article for Adam Cole and the surgery. He says he's going to need, I don't know if there's a kayfabe or not, but he says he's going to need 8 screws and a plate in his ankle. Now, I've had screws in my leg, man. It's not pretty, dog. And I was out for almost a year. I was still able to walk. I was still able to walk on it because it was outside, but it's not to play with.
Did you at least come back and win the Royal Rumble? Did you at least?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Did you at least come back and win the fucking Rumble?
Hey, listen,
I know off the top rope, man.
Oh, Randy Orton with the
out of nowhere,
dog. You already know.
That shit is gonna. I think this is gonna change the fuck out of Adam Cole, man. That's painful, son.
Yeah, that sounds bad. Just think about his finish of the Panama Sunrise. You know what I mean? Like, just think about something as simple as that, where you're just jumping off the middle rope, like
the super kick.
Exactly.
Yeah, simple as that. Like, I think that's gonna hurt. No.
Rest up, man. Get well soon. Hope everything works out with the surgeries and shit.